everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of Wine by the Case, Uncorking Legal Insight. Today, 2 bottles at a time. Chris is still trying to get the case.
Getting there.
I am your co-host, Alexis Rosenberg, aka Litigation Lex. I'm a business litigation attorney and a legal commentator.
I'm Christine Sensnick. I handle employment law issues, and I call myself the employment law whisperer because I like to keep things quiet for my clients most of the time. And we're going to be discussing cases and wines, some of which are not so fun.
Not wines at case. Cases of wine.
Case of wine.
See, she's doing it again.
I keep trying. I want to do this. But one of the things we really want to talk about today is...
You're so excited
I'm
about
so
this
excited.
topic. She's so excited about this topic. I cannot even begin to tell you.
Well, we all know this brand, right? This brand right here,
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. Come on, you can see the logo as you're driving. This is $2 Chuck, okay? The beloved $2 Chuck.
Chuck. But it's not $2 anymore.
It's not anymore because I had to go get this
but
specifically.
who's going to say $4 Chuck?
No
Nobody's going to say $4 Chuck. It doesn't ring as well.
No, $2 Chuck just works. And this is the Charles Shaw blend.
They even come up with a good. Who the heck is Charles Shaw? Could somebody? Is it Shaw or Shaw? Shaw. Who the heck is Charles Shaw? Could Charles Shaw please comment below how the heck they got their name on here? Because I would like a litigation Lex $2 Chuck.
Oh no, you'd want $200 Chuck.
Find out all the
This is the 2022 California.
I think we need to taste it. Okay, it's already poured.
Yes.
Oh, wait. But the other thing we want to bring up, let's talk about
the cork.
It actually comes with a cork,
A real cork.
Now, I don't know if you guys got to go back and rewatch our last episode. That was a $20 bottle, and it had a twist off. So, and not only that cork has, what does it have on it, Chris?
It has an embossing. It has a label on the cork.
Of Charles
Shaw.
Yes. I want a litigation Lex. Could somebody send me a litigation Lex cork?
I mean, this is just one of those things you're like, okay. And by the way, it's got that little tiny like gazebo there. That's what's on this. Okay. They went so far as to not just say the name, but to put the gazebo.
Okay, it tastes. And I've had $2 Chuck. Okay, so we're just doing this, all right? I don't want to come. I've never had $2 Chuck.
It's been a while.
Right, okay,
it's been a while.
Okay, so
I mean, we all drank.
Well, I don't know if it's been a while. We've all been, we just spent the holiday season going to a lot of holiday parties that we were probably drinking $2 Chuck and didn't know.
I mean, it's not bad. Like it's not a ringing endorsement, but it's got a just kind of a fruitiness to it.
I actually like this. It's got a fruitiness to it. Now, it's
more Zen than Cab.
Is it true though that they don't like weed out the bugs? No, I heard a rumor.
Nobody weeds out the bugs. They can't weed them all out.
I heard I'm not coming for you, Trader Joe's. I don't want to be blackballed, but I heard this weird rumor that they don't get the bugs out.
Well, remember what the FDA approves as far as how many, rat hairs and feces you can have in your cereal too.
Okay. As I'm enjoying my wine.
I'm going to enjoy my wine. So, but honestly,
Trader Joe's, I love you. That was just a rumor.
This isn't too bad for $4 Chuck. It's $4.49 now. So you go in, they have
This is actually good. I got to tell you, for a summer wine because it's fruity. Yeah,
and it would make a lovely sangria.
Okay, so let's dive into the case part of it. So here's what's going on, and I'm going to read so you guys know.
And I have visual aids.
The reason she's going to pop up she's my Vanna White. All right. So here's the thing. And she's wearing white.
And
with
feathers.
The feathers.
Yeah, it's got feathers.
Okay. So here's the dealio. So Trader Joe's, which everybody on the planet has heard of Trader Joe's and loves and goes to Trader Joe's. There's so many amazing things in there. So they have now sued this store called Joe's Wine Company, which is in Manhattan. And they opened up a boutique, Joe's Wine Company, opened up a boutique wine store in the city. And Trader Joe's is coming for them. Joe's, they're coming for you.
Yep.
And they're saying that basically they are infringing on copyright. There's violations not only for the name. Now, let's see this. We got Trader Joe's, the name, and we got Joe's wine company, but also they're saying Trader Joe's has got a problem because they're saying the font,
right,
okay,
is not the same as this.
Well, Trader Joe's is saying
Trader
that
says
they
it is,
stole
but
the font.
This is very tiki-fied font, and it was meant to be. You know, you go to Trader Joe's, they've got the Hawaiian shirts and all that sort of thing.
Chris, if you could just go into, because it's not like people truly understand what you have to prove for a trademark violation. So can you like get into that a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that trademark, patent, all that stuff is focused on is, are you as the consumer confused? They don't want the consumer deceived. So again, that's why I wanted the visual aids, because Trader Joe's, again, it's a tiki-fied sort of font. It's a very, and I love that Saturday Night Live with Ryan Gosling on Avatar, you know, what the font they use. It's a very unique font. You see this font and you go Trader Joe's.
Somebody comment below, what font is this? You know, is there a font name for this other than Trader Joe's?
It may actually be a proprietary font too. They may have created
yeah, that's what I was asking.
But this one, Joe's Wine Co. Now, Joe, I mean, how much more common of a name can you get? Joe, John.
Well, that brings up a good point.
Bob?
So, we got two different alleged trademark violations here. We've got the trademark violation for the actual name that they're the trademark allegation for the actual name, and the allegation for the actual font. Those are two different claims. In other words, you could have a violation for the name without having a violation for the logo, or vice versa. So I got to tell you, I mean, Chris, what do you think? If you were walking down the streets of Manhattan and you saw Joe's Wine Company, would you in any way think that you were walking into a Trader Joe's wine shop?
You know, and I wouldn't necessarily, but my first thought would be, well, is this related to Trader Joe's simply because of the fact that, you know, it's starting with Joe's. Now, at the same time,
I gotta say I disagree with that.
Yeah, but
I would not, for two reasons.
No, wait.
One,
let me take you back.
Yeah.
They opened up in a location similar to the one that Trader Joe's, this one, closed.
Right, but I would not. I would think that somebody just went in because everything was set up already and you didn't have to pay for build out. I personally, if I saw this, not just definitely not in Manhattan, but anywhere, I personally would not be. I'm curious what our listeners think. Please comment whether you would be confused. Right. I personally would not.
I wouldn't be confused, but I would think, I wonder if they're related, simply because it's Joe, and it was in the location down the block from where they closed the one.
I wouldn't. But I hear you.
And remember,
I hear you,
they closed this one because of unionizing, so it was union busting.
Yeah.
So we wanted to try $24 Chuck. Because remember, Trader Joe's does a ton of proprietary private label stuff. So sometimes you're drinking somebody else's wine. Let's face it. I mean, Bogle provides 60% of grapes in all of California. So this was $4. Let's see what $24.99 tastes like.
So do you want to hold it? By the way, tell them about the cork. So this is called here. Yeah, Chris does the wine.
Yes, and again, it's got the indent on the bottom, which is quality. Usually quality of that. Duo. So this is the Diamond Reserve. Okay, anytime you say reserve, you're talking about a particular grape and the typical kind of vintage. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon. It is from Napa Valley. Okay, as soon as you say Napa Valley, you're usually talking a $60, $80 bottle of wine. This is $24.99. Now, I do want to hold these up because this is the $24.99. This is $2 Chuck. The $24.99 is definitely darker. It doesn't necessarily mean better wine, but it is definitely darker.
Has more legs.
It definitely has more legs. Again, this I'd make sangria on. We'll find out what we'd make out of this one.
Okay, so it smells better.
Definitely smells a little richer. Yeah. Again, it's darker.
It's sharper.
Okay. I like the double fisting.
This is how I know you're going to get the white trash version of this. I actually like this better than this.
You know, and that's
I like this better than this.
Well, and that's part of why we wanted to taste the $24 one, is to tell you, is this worth the additional $20? And I agree with you, it's not.
So here's the thing: if you are a person, because wine, everybody has this thing. This one's better than that one's better. Wine. Actually, wine about it. Here's the bottom line: it's your taste. Exactly. It's what you like. So if you are a very full body, very rich, whatever, she's going to tell you the appropriate way to say this. Very thick. Very full body and robust, a little sharp, wants to kick you in the ass. This is the one for you. If you just want some smooth and easiness, like who's the singer? Smooth Marvin Gaye.
Yes.
This is the one for you.
Lionel Richie, easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah,
but,
this is the one for you.
But I will say this again, for $24.99, I would save my $24.99. I'd buy the $4.49, and I'd save for the $100 domain Serene.
Okay, but there's one other factor in the white trash thing. Which one are you going to wake up with a headache from? So if this one, I wake up tomorrow, I got kids and they're screaming and I'm hungover, then this is not going to be my wine. I will go to this one.
But it probably
for
won't
the
be
non-headache value.
And again, I've seen a bunch of the wine tasting shows, which are fun.
Yeah.
And honest to God, Two Buck Chubb never rates at the bottom.
Wait, can
Never.
I ask you a question? Do they have my prong, the headache prong?
Yes,
They do. They do have the
They
hangover
talk about
prong?
how much
Okay.
sugar is in it and whether you would be likely to then have to do that. But
Because that's how I actually, now that I'm old, I actually decide what I'm going to drink. I say to the waitress or waiter, I say, is that going to give me a headache? Because I would rather pay $10, $20 extra for no headache.
Right.
But
that comes down to sulfites in that too. But I really think for the additional $20, I wouldn't pay it.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't pay it.
that's for a final answer,
It
people.
is. It is.
Okay, so I'm flipping through to make sure I don't miss anything because, like I said, Chris was super excited about this one, and I just don't want to make sure we
cannot walk
miss
into a Trader
anything.
Joe's without a free wine tasting at Trader Joe's. Let's face it.
I think we're done though because you said you just talked about that. Okay, so that was today's episode. That's it, folks. And it's Wine by the Case, uncorking legal insights, 2 bottles at a time.
We'll get to that case.
We will. Comparing the wine.
And we're hoping that if we are fortunate, we can get a romance writer.
Ooh, what is her name?
So one of the people I love to read is Jessie Jane. And fingers crossed.
Great name. What a great name.
That is an awesome name. That's her pen name. And so we're seeing if we may be able to see if she'd be interested in chatting with us because we're talking about wine. So you can't talk about wine without
no, you can't talk about romance without wine.
You know, and that, and of course, the two together lead to sex.
So which everybody loves. But so, if you know her, please contact her or, go on her social and say that we want her on our podcast.
We'd love to have her on. So
which one are we going to do the end cheer with?
I think we're going to do it with the 2 Buck Chubb because we both preferred it. So cheers.
And everybody, we wish you an amazing, happy, successful, and healthy 2025.
Happy New Year.